Amend the Mass Media Group is California Capital's premier YouTube channel focused on reparations, dedicated to political advocacy and apologetically aimed at shining a spotlight on our righteous justice claim for reparations.
Exactly. But I mean, like I said, I want an unbiased opinion from you guys. I mean, go with his story. That's what I'm saying. I want the logical. If anybody would allow us to have this conversation, it's easy to come out on. There's no way that, you know, I mean, almost nothing this guy says is he even says he thinks I'm on meth. We haven't even gotten to that part. Mr. Smith was on methamphetamine. I've never did a hard drug in my life. Toxicology comes back clean. Cleaner than the Board of Health. Like as my brother Blind would say, I'm cleaner than the Board of Health. I'm a businessman, to be honest with you, brother. I trade the stock market, teach kids how to trade the stock market. I'm working hard on the theory of black cohesion and to make black cohesiveness a thing in our community. With 50 million black people here in America, multiplied by $5 a month, that's $250 million a month. That's 200 new black millionaires a month, and that's 2,400 new black millionaires a year, and enough to pay everybody for getting the contracts with the extra 50 million that's still left over. That's what I'm focusing my life on. That's where my focus is, building my community up. Not this, but they put me through this, so now I got to walk through it.
So Smith began to walk away from me into the free-flowing traffic, continuing to disobey commands to get out of traffic. I warned Smith several times he would be tased unless he complied. I determined that Smith was not going to obey the commands. In an attempt to control Smith for his safety from being injured by traffic, as well as the threat of the unsecured handcuff being used as a weapon, I drew my ECD, electronic control device, and placed the red aiming beam dots in the center of his chest. I deployed my ECD. Both prongs failed to make contact due to several layers of clothing Smith was wearing. Smith pulled the prongs out from his shirt and ran away.
Which one is it? Did they fail to make contact because of the several layers of clothes I was wearing, or did the prongs come out? Because you just said from the shirt.
Yeah.
Is that several? I'm wearing a T-shirt. Where's the several layers of clothing? But continue, please.
So,
continue.
I mean, I'm confused, but I just want to know.
How long were we standing in traffic? You started this off saying Smith was standing in traffic, refused to get out of traffic. How long was this traffic just magically going by us like magic?
Did the officer ever eventually shoot you with the
taser?
Taser?
Definitely.
Okay.
Hit me dead center chest. I have pictures of it, and I have the shirt with the holes in it. I have all the evidence.
So, yes, he did shoot you, but at what point did he shoot you with the taser that you recall?
He shot me with the taser at what I know, the story, the truth. He shot me at the taser when I made it to the intersection, like I told you earlier, and I said WTF, and before I could really say what the, he bah, taser, and hit me in the chest, dead center chest with it. And like I said, I thought it was a gun. All I could think of was Johannes Meserly and Oscar Grant, and I thought I was dead. I'd never been shot with anything before. Not a taser, not a real gun, nothing. Not a BB gun, I don't think. So, and I don't want to relive it either. It was horrifying. But ultimately, I thought I was dead.
Okay, and so when you got shot with the taser, what happened then?
It stuck in my chest.
Okay.
He squeezed the trigger. Like I said, I didn't know it was a taser. For about, it was a split second. I'm thinking I'm about to bleed out. I got a hole in my chest. I look down at my chest, and I see the prongs, and he hits the button, and puts the shock through my body. I take him out, simple and plain. I'm not gonna BS you. I was, fearing for my life. Like I said, those tasers, if he would have put enough joltage through my heart, he could have killed me just from that. Number one, they tell you don't shoot anybody in the chest with a taser directly in their heart. And number two, if I would have fainted and fell into the fast lane, his job would have been accomplished just as simply as if I would have died with him forcing me into the slow lane. So, it just felt like a major setup at that point. Like, this man wanted to kill me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what am I going to do here? And so, he was just, with all due respect, he needs to be checked if he was on something that day, because that might just be projection. You know what I mean? Because he was a wild animal, a beast.
So it does mention something about you stopping the car and jumping on top of the truck. So
Okay.
That seems to match up.
Okay.
And just one more question, bro.
Sure. Talk to me. And ask me as many questions as you want. I'm an open book. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to talk about this since it started. Thank you for asking questions.
So it says, Smith continued across the number 2 lane before briefly stopping in number 3 lane of the US 101 northbound, raised his arms and shouted, according to this document, "Kill me."
No. Never. And brother, we've explained my history. We kind of explained, how my parents got here and all that stuff. People say don't say anything about this, but it's like, I stand to, with all due respect, I stand to, have a very good life. I've always had a very good life. And at this time, my bank account was, just astronomical. I was doing very well for myself, before I had to pay all these lawyers and do all this other stuff and save my leg, but had major plans for some big things. Like, why would I want someone to kill me for any reason? I just, but what I did do, he's talking about the truck, the Mack truck, right? When I rose my hand to that, I said, stop. STOP, stop.